Hello and welcome to American Dream Vacations. I'm Virgil. I'm going to be doing the orientation on unit number 1836. The first thing we're going to start off with are the keys. If you see this key with the black handle, this key unlocks the door locks on the door. You have the top and the bottom lock. It unlocks them both. This shiny key here says 751 on it. This unlocks all the compartments around the trailer. This also unlocks compartments on most RVs. So if you have something really valuable, don't leave it outside in these compartments because everybody probably has one of these keys. Okay, over here we're going to talk about the propane. This trailer comes with 2 propane bottles, and basically when they're closed you would turn the valves to the right, and to open them you would turn them to the left. And you have this selector switch over here that switches from left bottle to right bottle. Basically you just flip it. So when this bottle runs out you just flip it over to the left and then open that side up, and then you'll be using the propane out of that bottle. And over here you have your battery that gives you the 12-volt power inside the coach. Over here, this is basically how you would raise this trailer up and down to lower it onto your ball. Also, you use this part of the hitch to level the trailer itself. So once you've got it off your truck, the ball, you would just bring it up, just kind of eyeball the trailer and then get it level like that. And then of course you have your plug-in for your lights and brakes if you have a brake controller in your vehicle. And this is a 7-pin. So if you have a 4 flat, you need to make sure you let us know that because you'll need the adapters that we have. Alrighty? So let's move around to this side here. Over here on this side you have these stabilizer jacks. These are not levelers, they're only stabilizers. Once you get the trailer level with the front crank, then you just take this rod over here and then you just crank these jacks down like that and snug them onto the ground. If you're parked in grass or something really soft, you may want to put a piece of wood or something down underneath it before you do that so it won't get stuck in the mud. And then this is where we would keep the handle. It'll be in that front compartment here. And inside here you also have storage. Okay? When you open these compartments, you always want to kind of push in with the lock, push in and take the pressure off so you don't break off the keys. These little deals over here are designed to hold that compartment door open. If you notice, this does have a patio awning, and there is another video that you would be able to look at later on to see how to open and close the awnings. Over here you have electrical outlets here, as you can see, and of course these are only live when you have electricity or when you're plugged into a generator. And your steps, the way this works is you flip the bottom step over, you grab it up here, you lift it, and you pop it into place. That's how the step would work. And then you bring it out, you lift it once, get your fingers over here, and you flip it over into place. Over here, this little deal here is designed to hold that door open, so if you want to prop the door open while you're camping, you can do that. Alright, move right along. Over here you also have a couple more outlets here, 110 power outlets there, and then you have another storage compartment in here. And inside of here is normally where we keep the awning rod, and that's in here. Like I said, you can watch that awning video later on. Just basically go on YouTube and look for more, and it'll show you more. Over here, this is the back side of the hot water heater. There's a switch inside that I'll be showing you later on that lights this hot water heater. It works on gas or electric. Basically, if you need to get in there, you just have to pop this open and put it in there. When you turn on the hot water heater, it's usually about a 20-minute delay before you have hot water, and there's a whole 6 gallons of water in there. Okay? Back here, you also have another stabilizer jack, and you have those on all 4 corners of the trailer. Once again, they're just to stabilize it. Here's your spare tire here. These trailers do not come with a jack. None of them do, nor do motorhomes. So basically, if you are going to change a flat, you need to make sure you have a jack and some type of lug wrench. Okay? Once again, we talked about the stabilizer jacks. Over here you have a handheld outside shower, and this has hot and cold water for you. Basically, you would just turn it on like so, and then you can just open up the valve like that, and then that would give you hot and cold water. And this water will either be coming from your freshwater holding tank, or if you have a water hose hooked up to the side, then it will be coming from your city water connection. And then over here you have your power cord. This cord is 25 feet long and it's 30 amps. So if you forget, all you have to do is look on the side of the trailer and it tells you it's 30 amps. Most campgrounds are 30 or 50, but they all usually have 30 amps. Okay? And to put this away, basically, when you unplug from your campground, you just start pushing it back up inside the trailer like so. That's how it would work. Over here you have the back side of the refrigerator, where we would just go in and do maintenance. There's really nothing in there for you to do. That's just where we go and do maintenance. Over here, you have a cable TV satellite input where you would have to have coax cable. We don't supply the coax cable, but that is there if the campground should have it. And then this is where you would hook up your city water connection. Every RV comes with a 25-foot water hose and a water pressure regulator. So this part of the hose with the regulator on it, this regulates the amount of water pressure that gets to come through the hose and goes into the trailer. So this end of the hose would go into your faucet, and this end would just screw right into here like so. And then you have city water connection, or as I call it, water on demand, instead of using from your freshwater tank. The city water connection has nothing to do with your tank. It's filled from somewhere totally different. And I'll show you that in just a moment. Okay, over here we're going to talk about dumping the tanks. This is where most people have all their anxiety about, is dumping the tanks. So, if you haven't heard anything I've said today, I'm going to suggest that you strongly pay attention to this, because this could be a life-changing event if you get this wrong. All right, the first thing you want to do is you take your sewer hose and you undo this cap, and you make sure these valves are closed before you do that. You undo this cap very slowly and carefully, and then you let it dangle. Then you take your hose, you put it on here, you lock it, you twist it into place, and the other end of your sewer hose here will go into your dump site at your campsite or wherever you are. It goes in, some of them are threaded like that, and you just basically put it in there and you would just thread it down in there, and that's how that would go. Once you have it in there securely, you want to check it. You pull that one and make sure it's not going to come out, and then you give this one a little tug and make sure it's not going to come out. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to dump your black tank. There's two tanks. There's a gray tank for the sink and the shower water, and there's a black tank. If you notice, this valve is so much bigger and it's got a black handle, and then this valve is much smaller than that one. It's got a gray handle. So that's your black tank. So basically what you do is you just pull that handle straight out. You don't need to twist it, turn it, just pull it straight out, and that is going to drain the toilet tank. Once it's done, you pick up and you kind of snake this along to get it all out of the hose, and then you come over here and then you pull the gray tank. You pull the valve, and your sink and the shower water is going to rinse all of the toilet waste out of this sewer hose. Before you decide to take this hose, you do once again. You snake this and you walk it right down until it's empty. And then once it's empty, you close your valves. And then your tank has been dumped. And then you take your hose off. But like I said, you make sure you walk that off of there. If you're at the campground and you're going to be staying there for an extended period of time, and you got your sewer hose hooked up and everything's in place, do not, I repeat, do not leave these valves open while you're camping. You need to leave these closed so the pressure can build up in the tank, and then when you dump it, the black tank will flow freely through the hose. If you leave it open, of course your gray water is going to run out, but the black stuff, or the black tank, or the sewage is not going to come out the hose. It's just going to kind of settle in the bottom. So you kind of understand where I'm going with that. So leave these closed, and then you go out there, maybe every day you come out and just pull the valves and do exactly how I told you and dump the tanks and then close them. Okay? Once you're done, remove your cap off, remove your hose rather, and then you put your cap back on and rinse out your hose, and you're good to go on that. Over here on your power cord, as you can see, it's got, that's what a 30 amp cord looks like. It's a 3-prong deal, and then we always give you this 15 amp adapter. So the reason we give you this is, so for example, if you're picking up the trailer today and you're not leaving until tomorrow, you can take this adapter and plug it onto this end of the cord, and then you can plug it into a standard outlet like in your house. And what that's going to allow you to do is you will be able to just keep the battery charged, save your propane, keep the refrigerator cold, but you cannot run the air conditioner with this 15 amp adapter on there. The air conditioner needs 30 amps. This is only 15, so you cannot run the air conditioner. So just kind of keep that in mind. I'm going to plug this back in here. All right. So, talk about that. Over here, if you notice, we've got this one inlet valve here, and we have this cap. Behind this wall is your freshwater tank. This is the water that you'll be carrying with you when you're traveling down the road. And the way you fill this up is you take the cap off, you take your water hose that we supply with you, and you put it right in here, and you start filling this up. When the water tank is full, there's two ways you'll know. One, water is going to start shooting out this little hole over here telling you it's full. Two, you can look inside at your monitor panel and it'll show you that your fresh water is full. So once it's done, you pull your hose out, and whatever little water is going to bleed off of there, it will, and then you recap this here, okay? And then you fill up your freshwater tank. Over here, we have the exhaust vent for the vent over the stove. So if you're cooking and you turn that vent on to help pull any smoke out, that's what this is. So you would have to come up under here and you have to actually unlatch this in order for that to open when you turn on the vent, and that'll help suck any smoke out of the RV. This is the exhaust for the back side. This is the exhaust for the furnace, and it does get hot. So if you're somewhere and you got this going, that will put off a lot of heat and it'll burn you. So keep that in mind. Also, over here you have another storage compartment we talked about here, and this is a pass-through compartment. So if you've got fishing gear or something really long, it'll go all the way across from one side of the trailer to the other. And then you've got another stabilizer jack right there. All right. Also, if you're curious about the weight of the trailer and things like that, it's posted right on the side of the trailer. The tire size and the tire pressure and all that's posted right on the side of the trailer there if you had questions about those things. All right. That's pretty much it on the outside. We'll take a break and go inside.